Alright, gonna try and do a walk around of my 1990 Mazda Miata before it starts to rain too much. So this is 1990, the first year. It has manual crank for the windows, manual door locks, no ABS. It did have a factory driver airbag, which is kind of impressive. Of course, I removed that. It has been resprayed. I believe it was resprayed right before I bought it. I've owned it almost 2 years now. It's got 237,000 miles on it. Original motor. I have done timing belt, water pump, all that kind of stuff since I bought it. Take a look under here. So again, all original. The clutch is going to be original. It might have been replaced once. I'll probably replace it again sometime down the road. So nothing too spectacular. Cleaned the valve cover as much as I could. Replace simple stuff, PVC or PCV hose and that valve right there. I've got the carbon Miata heater hoses. Gives it a nice little touch. I'll come back and redo the vacuum lines as well. Trackdog Racing radiator shroud. Updated halo lights to the H4s. It's an awesome improvement and very cheap. eBay specials. eBay special as well. I didn't want to spend a massive amount of money for something that's going to get ripped off. Those are AutoZone driving lights. They're not the brightest thing, but it does the job. Gives it kind of a nice little look. Stock brakes, just painted and rebuilt the calipers. We got the Rotigrig Classics on there. Gives it a nice little lip to it. I think it worked out well. Yokohama S drives, 205, 50 15s. Didn't want to go too big. 16 I think would be too big for this car, and I probably would have went with 14s if I could have got them, but they don't make them in that size. So I do need to get an alignment and maybe touch up the fenders, getting them rolled, because it does rub on the right side. I don't know why. I think that's an alignment issue. I have the flyin'miata Stage 2 suspension package. So it's got the Tokiko Alumina shocks, the flyin'miata springs. Of course, you can't see those. Front and rear sway bars come with the package as well, so those are upgraded. And it rides amazing. I just need to get the fender issue fixed because it's really annoying. Work our way to the back. I bought it with a hardtop, luckily, so that was a plus. Got the eBay rear lip as well. This is a Base and R rear lip, so fitment's great. This is eBay KG Works replica. Worth it. I really like it. It's only held down by the 2 clips on the ends. I was thinking about doing 3M tape, but I don't think it's necessary. I might revisit it down the road and maybe do that. In here, nothing too crazy. It came with black interior, which is what I wanted, and I believe that was the only color. Maybe that and tan. Like I said, I did get rid of the stock steering wheel. I went with the 350 millimeter Nardi deep corn. I really like it. I think it might be, I can't remember how deep it is. Maybe 3. I really like it. It's a nice touch. It kind of goes well. It's nothing too flashy. Nardi horn, of course. Don't have any rev limiter gauges yet. I'll be getting those down the road, hopefully. Just did some gauges there just to fill that little area. So I've got a clock, volt, and a boost vacuum gauge, of course. I don't run boost right now, but maybe down the road I will. And I kind of just like the look of it. It's got the Miata Roadster short throw kit. So it replaces the whole shifter assembly, and it is awesome. Very rewarding, which is rewarding to begin with. And it did need to be replaced as it was the original. So it was kind of a bonus. fairly easy install. The hardest part was probably getting that oil. I had to run to a Ford dealership. So I've got the Corvette Sportline Evolution X, so it's a fixed back seat in here. So it was designed for the C5, C6 Corvette, and it just barely fits in there. Now that I've got the Track Dog Hard Dog M1 roll bar in here, I can only move it back so far. So that's kind of an issue, but it's I'm 6 foot and I'm still able to heel toe, so it's not too bad. Any more and it would be an issue. I did have a detachable steering wheel, but again, that moved it forward too much, so I had to ditch it, and it was really not necessary. I just kind of like the look of it. I do have the IL Motorsports center console, which is fantastic, worth every penny. It extends this center part more forward so you can actually rest your whole arm. They relocate the cup holders, as you can see, which is fantastic because it's in the freaking way in the stock Miata. So I love that. It makes driving and long trips a lot easier. So here's what I'm talking about. So hopefully you can see that. But I really like the seat. I think it goes well with the car. Again, it's nothing too crazy, nothing too flashy. Just installed a, whatever you want to call that. The reason why I had to do that is because I did do the rev limiter S2K button starter. Wasn't too bad. You have to take some time to do it, but I think it's worth it. It's awesome getting in the car and starting it up like that. Also have the Garage Star brackets, hardtop brackets. Yeah, it makes the car kind of, you know, you gotta take some time if you want to get it off, but I like it. It snugged it down. It keeps it from rattling too much. That's the Garage Star. Door blocks as well. I'm not going to go into debate about whether or not this or that, but they're cheap, so I said screw it. But other than that, that is it. Nothing too crazy. Well, Racing Beat test pipe, so it gives a little bit of noise. I'd like to get a full system down the road, but right now it's not in the cards. But yeah, that's it. Thanks for viewing. Maybe we'll get some donuts in here.